franchise mode. We are on week 3, but before we get into week 3, I want to make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on my YouTube page. Make sure you please follow me. Make sure you don't miss an episode. Hit that bell next to the subscribe button. You don't miss a show. And it's going to be a pretty big day today. Season 2 of Batman comes out at midnight. We will be having that. Probably going to get some Friday the 13th in as well tonight. But right now, it's all about Madden. And before we prepare for our big game against the Steelers coming up, we have a big injury decision to make. Jordan Hicks, he's been out with injury. I forget what it was. I think it was like a collarbone injury. I don't know if it says it anywhere and I'm just missing it. But I have a big decision to make. There's a high chance of re-injury. It's either start Jordan Hicks injured or play Joe Walker. Those are Joe Walker's stats right now. Pretty good. But I'm gonna be risky, and I'm gonna start Jordan Hicks. So we're gonna start Jordan Hicks. Make sure he's on the depth chart. Also, I want to make change to my cornerback. Starting lineup. So Jordan Hicks is starting. That's what's up. And this all just needs to change. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. Think I'm good. Thank you guys so much once again for joining me. We are ready to go. We are 2-0. Which is nice. Carson Wentz got injured in the last game against Chicago. Luckily, it was just a bruised sternum, and he is ready to play this week. So thank God. Because I don't know what I would have done. Let's do green on green. Yeah. We're going to do green on green today. Can't wait for this. Thank you guys so much for joining me on, and if you're in Philly, thanks for joining me on this very crappy, rainy, muggy, cold, disgusting day. Although I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Alshon Jeffrey off to a slow start this year. Only 8 catches. Well, 8 catches in two weeks. I mean, whatever. But he has yet to see the end zone, and he was pretty much non-existent in the game against his former team in Chicago. So we're going to try and hopefully get him the ball a little bit more. LeGarrette Blount was a star in last week's game.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. This is one of the best non-divisional rivalries in the NFL. Will this be another epic encounter between these two bitter foes? We'll find out when they take the field. It's
non-divisional rivalry. I guess Brandon was somewhat right, but I don't see them as a rival at all.
For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
I haven't started on offense at all this year. How are we going to cover that man?
Playing good fundamental football, and that might carry him a long way.
Oh, look at that shootout between the Patriots and the Texans.
Their last time out, they're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
Let's get it.
Sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive.
Underrated quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
Statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And when you talk about the best quarterbacks in the NFL, you have to talk about Ben Roethlisberger. And he's used to competition. Remember the class he came out of in 2004 with Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers also available.
Yeah, how many do you think envisioned the greatness of that class at the time?
Not today, Le'Veon.
We've seen potential, no doubt. But how many Super Bowls collectively have these guys won?
So 2nd and 10 here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Man open left side is Brown.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They need a yard, guys. They need a yard. They ain't getting no yard. They ain't getting no yard. I've actually never tried Ultimate Team, so that would be a whole new... That'd be a whole new ball game for me, but I'm definitely willing to try that.
They'll try and run for it with Bell.
Damn.
The broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
And I did pre-order the GOAT edition, so I mean I'm sure there's a lot of perks that comes with that when it comes to the Ultimate Team. So I'll have to mess with that a little bit.
And move forward and pick up the 1st down.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought
That sounds
down
good.
at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him on to the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
Now Bell hit.
Did he lose it?
But it looked like the Steelers were.
I didn't even see that. There was no like notification or nothing.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like
I'll see if I can do it later today. I do have other streams coming up, but if there's time, I'll do it later today. Just if you got PS4, just shoot me a friend request on the and I'll let you know.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And that is incomplete.
All right, that's a pretty good stand.
Tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he missed it.
Butler 1127. Butler BUTLER 1127.
But they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early.
All right, let's get it going on offense, guys.
Right out of the gate.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
I'll also have to do some practice rounds as well, since I've never done Madden Ultimate Team before.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. Fresh set of downs here.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way.
I'm assuming Sid the Kid is you, Poppy Seeds.
When you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
One sec, guys. Just want to make sure I get this guy. And we're good. All right. If anybody else wants to hit me up, let me know. Butler 1127. That's the gamer tag you need.
2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Nice run. Nice run. So yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll try to hit you up later today. I'm gonna again try and do some Ultimate Team. And can't do party chat right now. Can't do party chat right now due to unfavorable circumstances, but I will definitely hit you up later in the day.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Oh, you saw that one.
Knew that was coming. Knew that was coming.
A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steelers.
Oh, that sucked.
So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package.
And there's an injury. Hope it's not Wentz.
The base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw
against. Man, knew that was coming. Shouldn't have done that.
Pick 6 going the other way.
Looks like Wentz.
Chris Boswell now.
Let's take a look. I can't.
And he'll put it through to make it.
Hopefully that was not Carson Wentz who got injured. But that was a bad decision on my part. God damn it, a dislocated ankle. Wentz is out again.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the
All
air.
right, that's fine. That's fine.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. They're led onto the field by the former 3rd-round pick.
That's what Nick Foles did in the game against Chicago when Wentz went down, and now has to do it again. A dislocated ankle for Carson Wentz.
Here's Foles. And he floated one out.
Get your hands out there, brah.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right. That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We're in good shape. We're in good shape.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh.
He's got a little daylight.
Oh, man. See, if that were like anybody else, I feel like that would have been a touchdown.
Gain of 21 yards.
One of the good things offenses did years ago.
Good run, good run.
Lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big
there you go, Zach Ertz.
in an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space.
All right, I'm looking for Smith. Looking for Torrey Smith.
Broke the contact and got some space. Looking here for Smith downfield. A fight for the football, and it's bad decision. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Shaky start here.
They had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one?
Could have had that.
And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a
I try to make big plays, and they just don't happen.
On the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart. Because
all right, come on, put pressure on the guy. Put pressure on him. Put pressure on him.
For so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone.
Don't forget, guys, tonight, around midnight-ish, Batman Season 2, Episode 1 is a brand new release. It releases at midnight. I can't wait. Make sure you check that out. And Season 1, if you've...
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the defense
If you followed my Batman series, it should be fresh in your mind. Batman should be fresh in your head because we just finished Season 1 last night.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield.
Bruce Sternum for Carson Wentz in last week's game is one thing. A dislocated ankle, that's a whole different ball game. I feel like that's going to be a few weeks before we see Carson Wentz.
It'll be 2nd down. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
Not a good first quarter. We've had Wentz throw an interception and on the same play have a touchdown score, and on the same play Wentz is injured. And then the next drive, Nick Foles throws an interception. So Pittsburgh has controlled this game.
They'll go again with Bell. Fighting him off.
There you go. There you go. Big play. Big play.
Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Huge play there.
Go is a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
I don't know who Washington, D.C. is. Or I don't know anyone from Washington, D.C.
Deep left side here. What a catch at the 3-yard line.
Dude, whatever. Whatever.
Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down.
14-0 Pittsburgh. We are off to a terrible start.
And I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
All right, let's play for serious this time. Let's play for real here. Come on.
Getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Okay, there you go.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's just been such a terrible start.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
There you go. There you go. That's a first. That's a first.
About the 40. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed them to get through for a 1st down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as
Come on,
long
guys.
as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball,
Let's get some blocks. Let's get some blocks.
That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it.
All right, I take it. I'll take that run. That's a good run.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
There we go, Torrey Smith. There we go. There we go. Let's run that back. Let's run that back.
14 yards and it moves the sticks. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other
Man,
quarterbacks
not a
get
good
it
play.
in different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just
Not a
goes
good
right
start,
over the top
man.
of it because he can
I am
see
shocked
everything,
right now.
and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I gotta do the screen. Gotta try the screen again.
Right, I'm going to show my age.
Sproles can do this.
Talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays,
Oh, man. Kidding me.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Well,
55-yard field goal. We're gonna try it.
Set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space
Looks good.
doesn't
Feels
open up.
good. It is good. All right, 55 yards.
Slow it down and stop it.
Well, we got on the board. Not the way we wanted to.
For this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Getting a little nervous over here.
If you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy,
Get
right?
him, get him,
To be able
get
to
him, get
take
him.
exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down.
All right, there you go.
Let's
Keep him guessing. Keep him on his feet.
Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And an alley to run.
God damn.
Get the first before he's taken down at the 30.
Who would have thought Ben Roethlisberger with a fucking run?
And leads to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Can't let him get in the end zone. Cannot let him get in the end zone.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down following the run.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
Oh, who is on him?
Injury, but 2 years ago, over 1,300
Let's
yards.
go,
I think he can
guys.
top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it. I think one of the underrated aspects of Ben Roethlisberger's game is his ability to actually throw the football. We hear so much about his movement and escaping the pocket. Ben can step back there and fling it, and Antonio Brown is usually there to catch.
We've really seen their chemistry develop, haven't we?
Yes, we have, and it's been really, really
All
fun
right.
to watch.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Come on, hold him to a field goal. Hold him to a
Tough
field goal.
sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger.
Oh, you could have had it. That would have been huge. Would have been huge if we could have came up with that pick.
And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger.
Get him. Come on. There you go. There you go.
Loses 5 full yards to bring up 4.
All right.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. We
Miss
remind
another
you that
one.
coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. That's right.
He missed it. He missed it. That second one he missed. There we go. Let's go, baby.
The score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Foles. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Come on, we got to make something happen.
Here's Foles. Escaping the pressure right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now back to throw.
Oh my God, you fucking idiot.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action.
We gotta
with a
go.
timeout
We gotta go
defensively.
for it.
All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start. Offense.
It's alright. It's alright. We'll fucking
So
punt
on
it.
4th
We'll
down,
fucking
the Eagles
punt
will
it.
call on the left foot of Donnie Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out come the Steelers.
We get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed
Really
field goal.
wanted points though
And that can
there.
hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before.
Forced to call a timeout due to an injury. That's alright.
They come back now, start over again, and grind it out.
Now it appears we have a Steeler
Forces them to
here
use a
slow to
timeout
go.
earlier than they
While the
probably
Raiders take a look,
probably want
we'll
to.
step aside. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green.
They're going no huddle. Oh, no, they call a timeout. Now they're only down to 1, so there you go.
Alongside Charles Davis, so the offense takes the
They got still a pretty long way to go.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown.
And keep
right
them out
side.
bounds. Keep them in bounds. There you go. There you go.
It's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until
They are in
stop
no
him,
rush.
why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And again, they really are not in any rush.
A fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much.
They are in no rush
Yeah, you have to be
whatsoever.
careful how much
They're
time
not
you're
in
giving
field goal
up.
range.
That's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And
Defensive
again, now they
whistles
call a
coming in. We're
timeout.
going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon,
They've missed like from 55 yards. They've missed from 50 yards. They need to get to at least the 30. They need like at least 15 more yards.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this time he's able to take it down.
And
to
they just run it.
42.
So
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new
we're just
set
going
of
to
downs.
have
And they line up now for what will
a
likely be the last play
14-3
of the
deficit
first
going
half.
into halftime.
So we've reached halftime here with. Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it.
So here we go. Let's try to get it going.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in
I forgot the highlights.
And this will be
Whatever.
a touchback as that sails over the
Barely any in this game anyway from me.
Out come the Eagles now as
No
they
highlights.
offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that
Not that
locker
big
room.
a deficit.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
gonna do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
That was a
And they're
dangerous serve,
scripting
too, man.
that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Third down and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Good job holding on to that
By
one.
Smith. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always
Lunt's been having some
someone
good
there
carries.
able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra.
I need him to have
end
a
with
big
short
carry,
run.
though.
Some
A
runs are blocked so
huge
well,
carry.
You almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front.
Oh, get away from him, get away from him, get away from him, get away from him. Nice. Big play.
Torrey Smith, his first touchdown.
That's what we
of the
needed
new
right
season.
there.
And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
They want me to go for 2, make it a 3-point game. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We'll line up now for the 2-point try.
Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it?
To throw.
Not you.
That's caught at the 3.
All right,
And
that's
they don't
fine.
get it. They tried
It's
for the
closer than
two-point
it was.
conversion there, but unsuccessful. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But
Defense just needs to
near
play
the
well.
goal line,
Let's go
a two-point
defense.
Conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell.
There you
And
go.
Not a whole lot doing there.
Good,
So get it
good,
up to
good,
about the
good.
28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Sammy Coates has it complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I am not feeling confident in this game right now.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down.
Not
Over the
whatsoever,
middle,
man.
Brown.
Let's go.
And taking it across
Defense,
midfield and
terrible
inside
today.
the 45. Charles, you think Big Ben is happy to have Antonio Brown on the other side of his passes?
You know he is, but he also expects it. And this is how their offense runs best. When those two get together, especially early, and continue to do it throughout the game, the end result is the one that we're seeing right now.
All right, there you go.
He's been early and often. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield.
Come on, how do you miss that tackle?
As he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Oh, God.
That time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. About 3 yards there to the 27. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down.
All right.
2 yards the gain there.
If we can hold to a field goal, that's just a one-possession game still, so let's stop them right here.
This is 3rd and 4.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense.
Oh, man.
Add up as the game goes along.
You got to be kidding me.
Control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On second down, here's
There you go. All right.
Release as this will be incomplete.
Let's stop them. Come on. Let's stop them.
Play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Nice, guys. Nice. Huge stand. Huge stand.
Anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Boswell's kick is good.
All right.
And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So it's one possession game. That is fine.
Stretches out the lead, Charles. I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah,
now let's go.
3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Got to save some time here, man.
On the play. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Foles. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when the defender's near him.
He's got such a big body.
Okay.
Excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch.
First and goal.
Symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Sproles is in. Get in there, Sproles. Get in there, Sproles.
Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around.
Gotta make it this time.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it?
Gotta make it this time.
Well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Get in there, Foles. He's in.
Into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock.
We've come back.
They wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game
Now
tied.
defense
Now
needs
your team
to-
has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying,
Needs to stay
"Let's see
true,
if you can
baby."
match us."
On the return, it's Niall Davis. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
I don't think they've
you take
punted it
points
at
when you can
all
get 'em.
in this
Not
game.
easily done.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And caught right side.
Okay,
Green.
that's fine.
That one good for
That's
the
no
completion
gain.
percentage, but no gain. It'll
No
be
gain
third
there.
down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do.
There you go. Keep that. There we go. There we go, D.
He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
First punt in the third quarter, near the end of the third quarter. First punt for the Steelers.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well.
All right,
into
let's
the
get
end
this
zone
lead.
for a touchback. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that? And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was
And welcome back. We are in the city
unfortunate.
of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
That was very unfortunate.
All even as we get ready to
That is the
start
third
fourth.
turnover on my part. Alshon
They come
Jeffrey.
out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by
That
offensive
is-
linemen. They
that
have excellent
was-
hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Bell. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7.
I can't. I'm still in shock right now, man.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he
Throwing it
just
away.
checked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
There we go. Big sack. Big sack.
He goes down.
Holding them to a field goal again. Goal line defense is on point. If only the whole defense was on point, they wouldn't be kicking field goals.
I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
All right, that could have been worse. Could have been much worse.
Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the
gotta stop these turnovers, man.
Does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out. And you think, I don't know, the field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder.
I could have did Matthews, but I mean, I'm not confident right now. I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Simply because
I cannot afford another turnover.
And now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Oh, my God. Jeffrey, you could have blocked for me, you know. Just saying.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
I don't like any of these plays.
Guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Foles. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10, not bad.
Moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that.
Oh my goodness!
Pressure and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Oh boy!
The former Buckeye Cameron Hayward in there to bring him down.
What's going on, nudes?
7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Foles. And he whips that one incomplete there. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
All right.
We know it's not an easy job.
3rd and 17. I ain't even gonna. I know what I'm doing here.
But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's
I gotta at least. I have to get. I gotta get some yards, making it easier field goal. I suck at field goals as it is.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Sproles. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So here now, big spot for the kicker. It's Caleb Sturgis. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
Okay.
In the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly.
I did not know that. Dudes, how do you know that?
For that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them in contract time. You could have kicked that one.
Oh man, I am not. I am not.
Super toe.
Again, it's Bell. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality.
Get him, baby. There we go. That's huge. That's huge. Huge sack. And we hit the 2-minute warning. I got to play it smart.
Time for a break.
Though I believe the wind's against them. I think they're kicking into the wind, so that helps me out. My guy, my kicker, Caleb Sturgis, has made 2 field goals over 50 yards.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Sproles.
Oh, Sproles. Oh, Sproles. Oh, Sproles. Huge return.
On the return, picked up some good blocks as well. And the Eagles will have great start.
I didn't know kangaroos existed in Lincoln's time. Look at this move by Sproles. Whoop. Love it.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of.
All right.
They've got to feel good about that. And they better
Gotta play it smart. It's been a struggle of a game.
We'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebacker.
Now the Steelers put a stop
And now the Steelers are going to call a timeout. That's what I want. Want them to be using their timeouts.
2 more to use here in the final stage.
Oh shit, it's 3rd down. I didn't know that. I'm going to call a timeout. I'm going to call a timeout.
Before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the Steelers signal
It's all right.
for another timeout.
That's all right.
And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
That I don't have a problem believing.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come back, come back. Back 22. Back 22.
Here's Foles. This will be caught just inside.
Sproles.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Sproles, man. I'll tell you what. He's having a great year. 6 touchdowns this year already.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely we'll kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff. And then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after.
So now they have to get in the end zone, which they've had trouble doing. Their offense has only gotten in the end zone once. And that was off a big bullshit-ass completion.
It's Sturgis to send it away.
No, I have not. News. I have not heard of them.
Line of the end zone for a touchback. And
And who are they?
Set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because
They have no
this amount of
timeouts.
time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times.
They'll
Now's
throw
their
it
chance
away.
to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete.
Gets first down.
They get 6 on the
Clock's
pickup
ticking.
there as the
Clock's
drive
ticking.
will continue. And quickly, they get to the line.
They're going to spike it.
And now the spike with 36 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end.
Interesting.
And it's third
I'll have
down.
to listen to
Well,
that.
that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase
All right,
that throughout
here
the
we
game.
go.
Here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Man, such a close game, a very big one.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Back to throw.
And that's the game.
Complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. A gutsy decision there
Hi,
at this
Dana.
stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't
Yo,
wait for the postmortem.
your boy
You know, this post-game press conference
is like
'cause
my
the
hero.
questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter
Huh?
how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking?
He
there?
saved my ass.
Why did you have a certain
Saved
play
my
call?
ass.
Were you confident in your defense? Oh yeah, why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the
Huh?
scoreboard, just tough to justify.
I ain't fighting with you about him. We're just gonna call this one. You know, I've struggled in this game mightily.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
All right, that was too close. Too close for me. But we're going to see how Carson Wentz is doing, because once again, he went down with an injury. This time it was a dislocated ankle. Hopefully he's not out for too long.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams,
That is my
no
boy.
matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about
But
protecting your
bottom
own
line
turf.
is,
They
guys,
were
we
able to
are
do that
3-0.
here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right?
We
Not
very
letting
easily
them
could have
break
been
your
2-1
serve.
after this
That
game.
way you
This was
hold
a
on to it. They got it
struggle
done,
of a
and they
game.
feel very good
And it
about
just
that
shows
victory.
just how rusty I really am, since I
So
haven't
for the
played this
Eagles,
game in months.
It's an
So
ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the
Very-
young season.
I mean,
And they'll
shit.
be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at
I
it
just-
again.
Darren
Meanwhile, for
Sproles, man.
Pittsburgh, they'll
2 more
fall to
touchdowns. He has 6
1-2,
on the season
and they'll get a
already in
home
3
date
weeks.
next week
So that's pretty
against
banging.
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Had the game winner today. He had the touchdown to tie it up. He had a great punt return. Again, wasn't for a touchdown, but it put me in a great field position late in the game.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hard-working
It was good
crew.
shit.
I'm
It was
Brandon
good shit.
Gordon. You've been
But
watching the
I
NFL
cannot have
on
another game
EA
like that.
Sports.
That
For more,
was-
find us on Twitter at
Especially
EA
after
Madden
that.
NFL.
Especially after that third final
The Eagles are
takeaway,
winners
man.
Here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Man. Hopefully, once again, hopefully Carson Wentz is not injured too much. I mean, we were a banged up team. Jordan Hicks was playing injured. Maybe that's why the offense wasn't that, or the defense wasn't that great. But they held strong. Ah, look at that. Confirmed Carson Wentz, dislocated ankle, and will be out several weeks. But how long? Let's take a look. 6 weeks. That's a month and a half. We have our bye week. So let's just go and simulate our bye week right now. Didn't know that either, nudes. That's pretty interesting. You got a lot of interesting facts. 6 weeks. God damn. Alright, that's fine. So, then we're gonna simulate this bye week. We have the Lions next. Oh, he was caught by Jesus? Or by, like, cops? Alright. So. So Carson Wentz is going to be out for a month. Which means he will be back. One, two, three, four. So he will be back week 9 at the Giants. And look at these games coming up. The Lions, Redskins, Vikings, Cowboys. Let's see. Redskins, Cowboys, and the Giants are all 2-2. Ah, man. I'm scared that I don't have Carson Wentz. Yeah, I am scared. I am scared. News, I'm about to wrap it up. I don't necessarily have a story that can last, like, that much. That long. I mean, I'm about to wrap it up as soon as I want to see the team's records. Once I see the team's record, this stream is over. Standings. There we go. I'm a dumbass. I was on it. So I got the Lions, the Redskins, Vikings, Cowboys. We know the Redskins and the Vikings are 2-2. Lions 1-3, Vikings 1-3. Okay, so it might be a somewhat easy 4-week stretch without Carson Wentz. Big injury decision. Let's see what this is. This is Brandon Brooks. He's a left guard. Yeah, my line's gonna need all the chance it gets. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna play through that injury. And maybe when we come back, we're gonna sign off now. Maybe. Very. Anyway, maybe we'll hop back on, play week 5, Eagles, Lions. We'll see what we'll see. I need to take a break after that close ass game. And yeah, I'll see you on later tonight. Don't forget, Batman Season 2, Episode 1, coming at you tonight, around midnight-ish, Eastern Standard Time. Please don't miss out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're out.